Hello everybody, good afternoon, welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back and today I have an interesting video for you. Today you can see that I have the Olight Warrior X and I have the Olight Warrior X Pro. And in this video I'm not going to be talking about these flashlights themselves. I'm actually going to be talking about the holsters of each flashlight. And I'm going to give my pros and my cons, what my thoughts are on each of these holsters, what I like, what I don't like, and I'm going to share that information with you in this video. So starting off, we will look at the original Warrior X, and more specifically the holster itself. Some things I like about this holster, and there's some things I do not like about this holster. Let's start with the back of the holster, okay? So you can see that there is some attachment points which would allow the holster to ride with the light being a horizontal type mount setup. Okay, so your light would sit like that on your belt line. It didn't have a vertical type connection, which I didn't like. Would have been nice if there would have been an ability to mount this thing vertically, but that wasn't that big of a deal for me. It worked fine for what it was. Another thing is the Velcro. Even though the Velcro was good Velcro, good quality Velcro, I'm not a big fan of Velcro. I would have rather seen maybe a slide release buckle or something like that to keep this thing closed. And that's really about the only cons or negatives that I have about this holster. I like that it's really robust, it's very solid, so it's going to do a good job of protecting the light. But if you look at the bottom of the holster, you see this large opening here. I really liked that. And then on the top of the holster, you see a large opening where the holster closes over the top of the flashlight. Personally, I really liked that. I thought that that was a good thing. The reason I like that is because it gives you the ability to access the tail cap switch, which the hole on the bottom will let the light shine through. So you could easily turn the light on and off while the light is in the holster. Okay. Another thing I liked about the holster is you could ride the light either way. Okay, so if you wanted it upside down, you could do that here too. So if you had it mounted vertically, whether you're on the left side of your body or if it's on the right side of your body, you could shine the light and access the light from the holster directly without removing the light from the holster. I thought that that was really cool. Now I always carried it with the light with the lens down and the tail cap switch up, and that worked good for me. Another thing that I really liked about this holster was the fact that the side had this little area here. Okay, so you could put a spare 18650 battery in there, or you could do like a little piggyback option, kind of like what I did. I have the i3T here, and that made for a nice option to this holster. I really liked having the ability to have a piggyback, a smaller light with you, so that you didn't have to grab this big one, or maybe the battery was dead on the big one or something, but you had that secondary kind of light option at your disposal. I thought that was a really nice feature, and I wish they would have included that on the new one. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the original Warrior X holster. All in all, I liked it. It was a good holster. Very solid, very robust, and it protected the light well. Now if you want to look at the Warrior X Pro holster, first thing right off the bat that I like is it's a magnetic enclosure. Thought that that was really cool. I liked that a lot. I did not like that they got rid of the hole in the top of the holster, because to be honest with you, I got spoiled having the ability to turn the light on and off and to go through high and low mode without taking the light out of the holster. I really liked that, and when they did this, it made it where you can't turn the light off or on. I didn't like that. Even though I did like the magnetic enclosure quite a bit, I thought that that was a good option, but I wish they would have made the hole here like they did on the previous model so that you could turn the light on and off. The same kind of robust, in fact this one's a little more robust, it's a little heavier duty, it feels, a little thicker, and they made the hole a little smaller on the bottom of the holster. I didn't care for that. I wish they would have left it open a little bit bigger, like the previous model was. I liked what they did there, because it really allowed access to the light to turn on. So if you wanted to turn your light on while holstered, you had to pull this magnet off and do your thing here. Now, I guess, you know, looking at the hole, it still lets the light through. So being a big hole versus a small hole on the bottom of the holster, I guess really in the end didn't end up being that big of a deal. They took away the sidekick option here, which I didn't like. I liked having that secondary, that backup light there, and I wish they would have continued putting that on the new holsters. Now, if you look at the back of the holster, there are some improvements here. They added a nice little D-ring there. I thought that was cool. They have an option where you can put that thing through your belt and the light will sit vertically, where the previous one would only sit horizontally. Okay, I wish there was an option where you could do each, you know, where you could choose, do I want this thing horizontal or do I want it vertical? I wish they could give us that option, but they don't. They do, however, give us the option of having a snap here, which allows part of the webbing to come undone, so that if you had maybe some molly, like on this pack for example, so you got some molly here, you can attach this thing really easily to some molly type webbing. So you want to stick that through, go like that. That gives you that option. Very nice option. Now the light's connected to this bag. I thought that was a really good option. Or if you have like a belt on and you don't want to take your belt off, you can just snap it on. Or if you're going to be wanting to have a holster that has kind of a breakaway option, maybe you fall and you don't want your light to get hung up and hang you up, it can break away. So I really like that option. I love the magnet. The hole in the bottom, I would have liked it been bigger, but as I showed you with the beam shots, it really doesn't take away anything from it. I like the D-ring addition. I think that's pretty cool. And I miss the sidekick. I wish they would have included that. So with this video, I want you guys to please leave some comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are these holsters. What are your thoughts on these holsters? Do you like the old one? Do you like the new one? Some people like the new one because it protects the light from being turned on in the holster. Some people like that. Some people didn't like this because every time they'd bump it, the light would turn on. They didn't like that. It was just a personal preference that I enjoyed. I love the piggyback option, you know. So please leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts on these holsters are. I'd like to hear them. With all that being said, folks, thank you for stopping by. Hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free, again, to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.